Hello, and guess what? I bet you haven't had enough cadences. You've done the major cadences. You've done the minor cadences. And now it's time to add to what you know. We've been calling these cadences, but what we really should be calling them is the chord progressions. And what you've had is the primary chord progressions because they use the primary chords, the 1, the 4, the 5, 7, and the 1. Well, we're going to add a chord into your major chord progression today. We're going to add a secondary chord. So we're going to add a, what's the word? We're going to add a predominant chord. We have the tonic, the 1 chord. We're going to go to the 4 chord, which is a predominant chord. But then we're going to add the 2 chord, which is another predominant chord. Predominant meaning before dominant. And then go straight to the dominant, 5, 7, and then 1. And we will call this our 1, 4, 2, 5, 7, 1 progression. Now, if we're absolutely precise, we would have to call this the 1, 4, 6, 4, 2, 5, 6, 5, 1 progression, because taking our hands in toto, we have the bass line do, do, re, ti, do, and that would imply the Roman numerals 1, 4, 6, 4, 2, 5, 6, 5, 1. It's just much easier for me to say 1, 4, 2, 5, 7, 1. So that's what I'm going to say. So let me show you, kind of take you through the fingering and the way to think through this progression for C major, and then I'm going to take you through all 12 keys of this progression so you know how to practice. Let me go through the left hand first because the left hand is probably where you're going to use this the most. We know your progression in primary chords for the left hand. But I want you to think through them in solfege, and I want you to make sure you know these notes in your solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And especially know these notes. Ti, fa. And resolving them to the tonic chord. Ti, fa. And the tonic chord. That will really help you get to your 5, 7. Because the frustration you're going to have is going from the 2 chord, which is going to be really easy to get to, jumping to the 5, 7. So if you can maintain awareness of your key and finding Ti, Fa, and going to the 1 chord, it's going to help a lot. So let's look at this progression. You know the 1 chord, you know the 4 chord. What we've done is we've moved mi and sol up to fa and la. So we're here on the 4 chord. We're going to move to the 2 chord by changing 1 note. Our do is going to become re. And we're going to refinger this like a good root position triad, 5, 3, 1. Now from this 2 chord, we're going to jump directly to a 5, 7 like this. Okay? So this fa, you're going to replay with finger 2. And you're looking for T. If you can find that fa T, you'll have it. So again, in the left hand. 1, mi and sol become fa and la. Do becomes re, root position fingering. Look for fa and T with your 5, 7 fingering and back to 1. Your right hand. Same thing, we're going to have root position fingering, 1, 3, 5, and then your 5, 7 fingering, 1, 4, 5, and back to 1. So even though you're playing that note again, you're going to switch fingers on it. Putting it hands together, it will look like this. And you get to do that in all the keys. It will be so fun. You so come back and we'll go through the F, C, G, D, A, E keys in one video, and then we'll go through the black keys plus B in another video. All right, these are going to be fun to learn. You kind of know most of it already. We're just adding one thing. So I know you'll be able to do this. So come back and we'll get started on those. Here we go.